Heidi Brumbach, executive producer with BeWell TV, and today I am here with Kristine Iverson from Crow Practice, a good friend and a great person, and I'm really excited to hear about your company and what you're doing to be well.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Heidi. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So let's start out by what is Crow Practice? What does it mean?
Certainly. CROW Practice is an acronym. It stands for Coordinated Response on Wellness. We are a team of holistic providers that provide a variety of wellness topics.
Great. So what do you see is happening right now in the world with those topics?
Sure. So we are a wellness company that services the live events industry as well as corporations. So obviously with COVID, it has shifted, it has adjusted, and we are beginning to find our footing in the virtual world. So something very popular we've been getting a lot of requests for and selling quite frequently are 15-minute breaks. So when people are on marathon all day, 1, 2, 3-day meetings, what the desire is and the request is a 15-minute break. So chair office stretching. We have animal therapy, which is done very well, both live and pre-recorded. Laughter sessions, energy boosters. So we're getting a lot of requests for these things.
So how similar is that to what you were doing pre-COVID?
Well, we had done pre-COVID, we had done a bit of live, like 10, 15-minute sessions before a keynote, before the owner of a large company or corporation would come on, but that was not one of the main services that we had. It was more of a one-off request, and now we seem to be getting these requests, several of them a week. And pretty much everything so far has been virtual. We do have in 2021 some potential outdoor live events with people, but nothing is contracted right now.
Okay, so I know personally why I think a 15-minute break is important because I was getting Zoom fatigue very early on, and just sitting at your computer. I mean, we've always known that sitting is the new smoking, and
yes, exactly.
sitting at your desk all day long is not good for your wellness.
Yes.
So, why do you think that it's particularly important to people now?
Sure, absolutely. So I've been advocating something called the Pomodoro Technique, and the Pomodoro Technique is actually a time management skill, which we're combining in some of our sessions. The technique is after every 25 minutes of work and focus on something, you want to take a short break. And these breaks can be things like, so we're looking at our computers a lot and getting headaches oftentimes because of the blue light from hours and hours on end. So a quick thing is to remember to blink your eyes and find natural light source. So hopefully if you're in a room that has a natural light source, look over in that direction, blink your eyes a few times, and then you can turn back to the screen. There's inexpensive blue ray light glasses you can get. There's settings on iPhones now, but the blue light from the computer will affect your eyesight. It will give you headaches. So the more breaks you can take, the more natural light you can give to your eyes, the healthier you're going to be in the long run.
So we're all going to get to see a lot of content from you in the coming days and coming weeks, and hopefully for a long time in the future. Kristine is so generously offering us some spots on BeWell TV with some exercises and tactics that everyone can employ. But right now, I know I didn't warn you, I didn't give you any kind of notice for this, but can you show? Yeah, get ready. Is there anything you can show me that is like a perfect exercise if you're sitting at your computer all day long? What can I do just to separate myself from that? You mentioned the visual,
right?
But physically,
Sure.
what's the best thing you can do?
Another I'm going to say complaint we've been hearing a lot because we're like this hunched over on our desks. We have a number of chair position stretches and postures for hunched overness, but one quick one I'd like to share is for carpal tunnel syndrome. Okay, because carpal tunnel syndrome, as long as you can identify it quickly and early enough, you can begin to go and reverse the direction of this. So if you think you may have carpal tunnel syndrome, if you're picking something up and dropping it, if your fingers are hurting, achy, sore, things like this, one quick technique and tip. First, I'm not a doctor, so if you think you have carpal tunnel syndrome, certainly go see a doctor and get diagnosed. And then if you do actually, there's this technique called spider. Yep, you press
I'm gonna
your
do this
thumbs.
with you.
Perfect. And you simply go up and down just like this. Right? This is the spider technique. And it is one of the best exercises for carpal tunnel syndrome right here. It's simple. It's easy.
This is really not one I've ever seen before.
Right? Exactly, right? But you can do it anytime. Simply remember to do it. Another great one, wrists, right?
Yeah.
So if you're on a call, sometimes you may be listening to a webinar, actually getting up out of your seat. Highly recommended. Do some squats. We have a whole bunch of quick exercise and tips that you can do for 20 seconds each, and you can do it while you're watching a webinar, if you're on a phone call, possibly, if you can begin to incorporate these things into your daily routine, you're going to be better off.
And it's so easy to do, and it's not an inconvenience. You don't even have to step far away from whatever you have going on
Correct.
your screen. It's just a reminder. So
Exactly.
I don't know, maybe you put a Post-it note on your computer. Get up and exercise.
Exactly. And one of them, just another one, the chin. So this is a chin tuck, right? So let's say, you're on that webinar, you're on that meeting, you're on that call, just remembering to do a chin tuck.
What's that doing?
So the part of our spine up here, you can see, so spinal health, spinal alignment, in thousands and thousands of years ago, in ancient China, they did not record people's age by our calendar year of 365 years. So they would look at your spine and they would say, oh, you have a spine of a 30-year-old. Therefore, you are 30 years old. Oh, and this person, you have a spine of a 60-year-old. So although I may be in my 40s, I'm truly 60 years old. So our spinal health is critical. They believe that our spinal health was the age of our body, and it was not calculated as we calculate it today. So with the chin tuck, a lot of times when we are, again, in this hunched over position, looking at the computer, the more your spine is in this position, and it's when we are awake and sitting in office chairs, it's when we are in bed, pillows, okay, for those of us who, if you sleep with a lot of pillows and your head is propped up, you are giving your spine, hours of being in this position, and it's getting comfortable there. It is getting set there almost. So another quick tip, remove some of the pillows, best if you could remove all. I realize that's not 100% comfortable for a lot of people, but you want to be sleeping, with full spinal alignment, and then when we are going about our day.
Very interesting. Well, Kristine, I'm excited to see all of the exercises and techniques and everything that you recommend and have to offer. So for you viewers at home, make sure that you stay tuned to see more with Kristine Iverson from Crow Practice. Be well.
Likewise, be well.